planning business, pursuing entrepreneurial ventures while empowering business owners in the Brooklyn community. That's a pretty cool place, you know.
Welcome to the show. I love your dress.
Thank you.
Are you the canary in the coal mine?
Yes.
EBK events.
EBK events, yes. It stands for Enchanted by Kamisha. I always believe in fairy tales.
Is Kamisha your fairy godmother?
I know, no. No, but EBK Events really is a strategic grassroots event planning firm in Brooklyn, New York, and we provide access to empowering business owners in our community.
So, you know, event planning.
Yes.
Big business in New York.
Big billion-dollar business.
Billion-dollar
Yes.
business. You'd be surprised at the budgets here. How did you get the idea to get into this?
So happy you asked. So like literally 5 years ago, I worked on an initiative with my church. Humble beginnings, you know.
Hey, you got to get started somewhere.
Somewhere, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So we spearheaded a huge initiative. It was over 600 attendees, and so we were able to work with, and I spearheaded that actually. We were able to work with police precincts, clergy, different individuals within our community, and it was such an amazing opportunity and experience that I said, you know what, I want to do this full time. And there you go. I just started planning events, small, and they grew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you actually teamed up with, I believe it was Long Island African American Chamber of Commerce for the 5th annual Fierce Fabulous Unstoppable Summit and Awards. Great name.
Yes, thank you.
On June 2nd at the Hilton in Brooklyn, right?
Yes, yes. Really excited about that. We've been doing that for 5 years in terms of providing a space for women of color, multicultural, to come and connect and speak about the issues in corporate America and how we can create a sisterhood, right? A tribe of supporting one another. And it has grown. We started with 20 people, and it has grown to over 100 plus.
But let's talk reality on the ground, right?
Reality.
A lot of the people with the budgets, right? Do you have anyone in your family who's a corporate executive?
No. So
Exactly. So a lot of these have to do with connections, right?
Yes,
If
yes.
your dad is an executive at one of these fancy firms here in Midtown, right? It's easier to get in. How'd you get that door open for you?
Oh my gosh.
First one.
The first one. So you know what? I really believe in elevator pitch. And I just believe in going for it. I have been gracious to have amazing mentors. And just by asking, you go online and you just see a corporate exec or a lot of these people, they actually are very welcoming. You just have to search out the information and you just ask for mentorship. Hey, I noticed that you had this particular department. Do you do any type of mentorship? And you'll be surprised. By getting
People have been receptive?
Of course, by getting through the gatekeeper, because that's always the first, right?
Yeah.
Getting through the gatekeeper, you know, providing them with some candy, you know, or something. But just the opportunity to connect and just to be authentic, you'll be surprised that they'll open their doors, and they have. So I have been able to open doors and been able to meet people in different places, different spaces. I actually interned with the government, the military, many years ago, and I was able to meet some high-level individuals in the military, a kid from Brooklyn, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was able to continue those type of relationships.
So you're from Haiti?
No, I am actually from Trinidad and Tobago.
You're from Trinidad and
Yes,
Tobago.
I'm
I knew
from
you're Caribbean. I am also Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so can you imagine? You would have never guessed that, right? So how'd you end up in Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
what's been the experience for you?
Well, you know what? So I was raised in Brooklyn. I was born in Trinidad, but I was raised in Brooklyn. So yeah, migration. So I'm very big on migrants and kind of like what's going on right now in the whole United States of America. I'm very big on that and just kind of like providing an environment that, hey, listen, I'm an immigrant too, and look what I've been able to do and, you know, been able to create for myself. But yeah, I was raised in Brooklyn since I was like 11.
Julia's an immigrant. I'm the son of an
There you
immigrant.
go. All right, let's go. Let's get on that bandwagon.
I want to ask you about technology really quick. Obviously,
Technology.
it's expanding constantly,
Yes.
and it's becoming a huge part of how event planners like yourself manage things, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And market research, they predict that every single year from now till, you know, at least the
2026.
it's going to
yeah.
grow,
It's gonna grow
by
9%.
higher single digits.
With apps, with event management
apps.
apps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what's going on in that space?
You know, that space is such a booming space right now. And of course, all companies now are kind of pushing out those apps. I think some of the most fun apps are for Eventbrite. We have Friendly. We have a lot of really cool apps that just basically make the events more experiential, where before getting to the event, you kind of know who the game players are, you know who the key players are. So I think that's going to be more. We're going to have more in that space.
People going to
yes, the
event,
attendees.
not just people organizing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I did an event recently, and Eventbrite was very helpful, but they charge a massive fees.
They do. I think you have to, there's a lot of newer companies that's coming underground and saying, hey, listen, we'll cut those fees in half. And you just have to research and just have the information out there readily available. Yeah.
So what's your advice for entrepreneurs? You seem like you have a lot of energy. Let's say you could talk to your past self. What advice would you give her?
You know, I would say just to be more gracious and humble. Like, I'm a go-getter, and sometimes that go-getter or that passion might be translated not the right way. So I just think, just be humble and just be strategic. I think you have to be strategic with your time, strategic with your relationships, just to be really strategic. I think when I started my business, I wanted to be everything to everyone, right? I love event planning. It's great. I want to be a party planner, a wedding planner, a dog walker.
Calm down, Carmen. Right? Calm down.
I wanted to do everything. And I learned that I was exhausted.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, hello. And so I just think I would tell my earlier self now, just to, be strategic, really leverage your relationships. For sure.
That is great advice. You know what? I need that advice, Carmen.
I still want to do everything.
Yeah.
I do too. I don't know about dog walking, but the rest of it I'm into.
Thank you
exactly.
For joining us.
Yeah, looking
so
great
much.
today, Carmisha. Thanks for the energy.
Thank you so much.
All right, for our final segment.
Oh, goodness, it already went by.
We're
Okay.
happy to welcome Dr.